Hello, everyone. Hope you are having a wonderful Thursday. Gonna wait just a few minutes here for anybody that wants to pop on. I don't know about you guys, but it is pouring down rain here in Ohio. We've had some weird weather. It's been more like spring or fall instead of almost summertime. So I think we are all ready for some nice warm weather here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hi, Angela. Are you sick of the rain? I know we've had a couple baseball games that have been canceled because we've had so much rain lately. It just doesn't seem to want to stop. All right, so today I want to share with you all a little bit about macros. I did a post not too long ago, and it's been brought to my attention that some of you are not even familiar with what macros are. So today I'm going to break down what that is and kind of give you some tips on how you can track them. If you're catching the replay, thank you for watching. My name is Sarah Haney, and I am a certified Faster Way to Fat Loss coach, officially for a week now, yay! If you're unfamiliar with the Faster Way to Fat Loss program, we are the premier nutrition and fitness program that is on the market right now. We focus on whole foods, carb cycling, intermittent fasting, and we combine all of that with incredible workouts, and they're going to help you get in the best shape of your life. They're going to not only make you look good, but feel good. So I would love to share more with you about that if you're interested. So I know that many of you have probably heard of the term macros, but you're a little unfamiliar with what they are. The term macros, it's just kind of a big scientific word for the carbs, protein, and fats that you consume. Everybody's macros are going to be different as far as the number of grams that you're going to consume. It's going to depend on, your height, your weight, what your fitness goals are, kind of your lifestyle. Do you sit a lot? Are you pretty active? So all of your, the grams that you're going to enter, and I'll get into my Fitness Pal, but the grams that you're going to be consuming will be determined by, all of your personal information. So it's going to be different for everybody. As far as percentage wise, we are all going to consume about the same percentage. So in my Fitness Pal, we're going to have a macro chart. It's going to be like a pie chart, and you're going to have carbs, you're going to have protein, and you're going to have fat. So we should all be consuming about the same percentage there. You're going to have about 50% carbs, 30% fat, and 20% protein. Now, in the Faster Way to Fat Loss program, we do cycle our carbs. And what that means is some days we have lower carbs, some days we have normal carb days. So on your low carb days, we have 2 of those a week. You're going to be consuming less than 50 grams of net carbs. So your pie chart is not going to look normal. You're not going to be consuming 50% of carbs on those days. Your fat is actually going to take over on that pie chart on those days. So that's something to keep in mind if you ever do any carb cycling. But for the most part, everybody's going to be straight across the board, the 50, 30, 20, 50% carbs, 30% fat, and 20% protein. Looking at my notes, I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. Okay, I'm going to move on to how you can calculate your macros. So I use a free app. You can get it on your phone. You can pull it up on the internet, but it's My Fitness Pal. And you enter all of your information in, your height, your weight, your goals, all that stuff. And it's going to calculate the grams that you need to be consuming. Now, I always set mine to maintain because I don't really have any weight to lose. So I want to maintain my weight. So you might look at your calories after it's calculated and be like, oh my gosh, like this thing is telling me to consume 15 or 1600 calories. and that's normal. If you're consuming like 1,200 calories, you're probably not eating enough food. I personally consume between 1,900 and 2,000 calories a day. Even on my low carb days, I'm eating more healthy fats on those days. I'm consuming lean protein on those days. So I'm always consuming about 1,900 to 2,000 calories. Let's see. If anybody has questions too, please feel free to drop them in the comments there, and I'll try to answer those as we go. Now, as far as logging your food in MyFitnessPal, so after you've entered your information and it tells you what grams that you're going to be consuming, when you enter your food into MyFitnessPal, you can either add recipes. So if it's something that you consume weekly or whatever, you can put a recipe in, you can create a recipe. Now you can pull that from the internet. If you have the URL, you can create a recipe and then copy that URL and paste it into MyFitnessPal. And usually the recipe will convert into MyFitnessPal and it will automatically give you your macros for that recipe. You can log it for that day. You can manually enter each ingredient if it's like your own personal recipe. You can actually take your phone and just scan the UPC code that's on each food item, and it will pull all the nutritional information from that food and put it into MyFitnessPal. You want to make sure that you are logging everything that you're eating. So, I mean, even down, like if you put flaxseed in your oatmeal, you even want to enter that flaxseed because it has fiber. And if you carb cycle, you know, on low carb days, it's your net carbs that you're consuming. You want 50 grams of net carbs, which is minus the fiber you're consuming. So you want to make sure that you're entering everything that you're eating for the day. And as you log your food in MyFitnessPal, it's going to tell you how many grams you've consumed, how many grams you have left to consume for the day, so you can kind of keep track of it. I personally like to sit down either the night before or in the morning and plan out what I'm going to have throughout the day, so I make sure I'm going to hit my macros. Because if you're not getting enough macros throughout the day, you're not going to hit your goals. You're not going to lose the weight you want to lose. You're not going to gain the muscle that you want to gain. So you want to make sure that you're consuming enough macros to fuel your body properly. And whole foods is going to be the best choice. I was actually talking with my neighbor not too long ago, and whole foods are anything that comes from the ground or it has a mother. That's an easy way to think of it. So all of the boxed foods, the processed stuff, that's not whole foods. If you want to make yourself some sweet potato fries, get a sweet potato, cut it up, you know, put it in either coconut oil, olive oil, put a little bit of sea salt and bake it. That's just something simple. Canned foods, anything like that is all going to be processed. So try to stick with whole foods as much as you can. That's what's going to really give you the fuel that you need. It's going to help you to lose the weight, give you the energy that you need, and all that stuff. Now, I kind of touched on calories, and in the Faster Way to Fat Loss program, we don't count calories. The only thing that we look at calories for is to make sure you're consuming enough, because you could hit your macros perfectly and your calories still be, you know, you could be under 800 calories and you're not fueling your body for the next day. So if I can need more, and absolutely, Angela, I can get that for you. So you want to make sure that you're fueling your body, especially if you're doing workouts, because if you are intermittent fasting and you're not eating until lunch the next day and you haven't fueled properly the day before, you're not going to make it through that workout. So you want to make sure that your body is fueled so that you can get through your fasting. If you are doing fasting, you can get through your fasting window the next day. You know, I don't know if you've seen my mom's transformation photo, but the Faster Way to Fat Loss program has, honestly, it's transformed so many lives. And my mom is a very good example of that. I'm sure she would testify to that. And excuse me, if you would be interested in any more information, I am going to be running my first round starting July 1st. So don't freak out. I know that's a holiday week. We're actually only going to be doing prep week that week. So it's going to be getting you in the routine of intermittent fasting and the routine of carb cycling. So if you kind of mess up a little bit on that week, it's going to be okay because we're going to be in our prep week stage that week. And then we will jump right in the week after that to your 6 weeks of workouts and all that stuff. So I will post the link in the comments below for that. Anybody that wants to join in on that, I would love to have you. It's going to be my first round. So anybody that's interested in joining, I will post the link and you can catch more information there. But please, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I will try to answer anything that you send my way. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you for watching. Bye.